We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a
Hello, my crafty friends, and happy holidays. My name is Robyn Pitts with Sir Chauncey Rocco Creative Designs. Welcome back to day 10 of our 12 Days of Christmas Craft series. Hopefully you've enjoyed all of the videos that have been featured in this craft series. I've certainly had fun making these projects. For today's project, I've created this interactive card folio. The paper collection that I used, here's a sheet of it. It's I Love Winter by Lori Whitlock for Echo Park. This project was inspired by Kathy Clement. She did a similar project several months ago, and I thought it was a perfect gift idea. I will be sure to include a link to her video in the description box. I have also done a video tutorial, so at the end of this project share, please stay tuned for the tutorial. This project measures 5 by 7. The base of the card folio is in a brown craft cardstock, and I have matted that with this cranberry red paper, and then I've done a lot of layering. I had so much fun with this design. I love the reds, whites, blues, and also the teal colors that are splattered here and there. On the upper left corner, I've created this pretty bow spray. I've used two different ribbons. One is a crocheted lace, and the other is this red and white gingham. I used 2 roses. Here we have this frosted red rose and then a little white rose, and I did include little jingle bells on either side. I did that for the top and for the bottom. I fussy cut out this sentiment here that says Winter Memories, and this is layered on pop dots to give it a little dimension. This center image of the houses are from the 6x4 cut-aparts, which I've simply cut down to fit the front of my card. And then the white and red snowflakes are from a large border that I cut in half. And I did use white lace doilies on the top and bottom. And then I finished this off with these pretty rhinestone snowflakes on the top and in the bottom. It's somewhat difficult to see the rhinestones, and really the purpose was just to have a slight glimmer on this page. On the back, I have added in another pocket and included this graphic 45 Staples card. This is in craft cardstock, and I've created a little booklet. On the front of the booklet, I did use more of the 3x4 cut-aparts, and inside you can include 2 photos and an additional photo on the back. On the inside, we have this first panel here, and I'm going to open up the ribbon closure. Here, for this title area, we have a little cut-apart that says Winter Fun for Everyone. Again, that's from the 3x4 cut-aparts. And then I also matted it with another 3x4 cut-apart. I think that snowman is so cute. And then we have an accordion fold in the center. I did include a little tuck spot. This is from the sticker sheet, and it says Frozen in Time. I did mat this on red cardstock, and then you can just stick a photo right here. On the opposite side, we have another photo mat, and I layered in another tuck spot. And this has a little journaling area. On the right side, I've included a little pocket, and we have another little booklet. This holds 3 photos, 2, and then 1. This flips out, and then we have this cute little polar bear, and this is another little booklet that flips up. The left side is a mirror image of the right side, so we have this little area for a photo, and on the top I've included this fun little tuck spot, which is a snowflake border. Again, you can simply tuck your photo right there. On the opposite side, we have a large photo mat, and then another pocket with another booklet. This says Snow Days are Fun Days. And this opens up to another booklet on this page. This says Hello Winter. In the center we have another pocket, and on the bottom, this is from the sticker collection. It says note, so you can include fun journaling. And then I layered on these fun little mittens. And then we have another booklet here. It says snow is falling all around. And for this booklet, I have it going horizontally, so the photos will open this way. On the bottom, I included another graphic 45 tag. I just layered on this little booklet paper from the paper collection, and this is actually from a tag that I cut down. I love this teal color burlap in the background and the snowman. I thought it was a perfect complement to this paper collection. And then more areas for photos. As you can see, this card folio has several areas for photos, which makes this an ideal gift.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you
We're first going to make the base for our 5x7 card folio. To do that, you need one sheet of cardstock that measures 8.5 by 11, and I'm using a 110-pound cardstock. You want to cut that at 5 inches and then 5 inches again, so you have two pieces that measure 5 inches by 8.5. Then you want to put score tape along the 5-inch side of one of the pieces, and in this case I'm using 1/2 inch score tape, and the reason I'm doing that is because the spine for our card will be 1/2 inch. So I'm using this score tape, which I've already put on. And then I'm going to adjoin these two pieces like so, and this will be part of the base of our card. So I'm just going to line this up as straight as I can. And we're going to burnish that on both sides. Then you want to grab your scoreboard. On your scoreboard, what you want to do is you want to make a score line exactly where this piece of paper overlaps. Now keep in mind, we have a 1/2 inch spine here, so I'm going to go over 1/2 inch to the 5-inch mark. You can feel it right here. Okay, and then you want to go ahead and you want to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and there's our spine. So what we can do is go ahead and burnish this. Burnish right on the line. There's a score mark right there. And there you have your base. Now you want to grab your ruler, and from this first score line here, right here, you want to measure 7 inches over. Okay, make a little mark there. You want to do the same thing on the other side. Again, you're measuring directly from this score line here. And then you want to get your paper trimmer and cut these pages down to the 7 inches. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Cut right at that little mark that you made. And now you have a card base that measures 5 by 7 with a 1/2 inch spine. Now that we have our card base created, let's go ahead and decorate the inside. Now remember, the top and the bottom bases are 5 by 7 inches. For this project, I've decided to use a 1/8 inch border, and I'm also double matting my paper. So the first matte base, which is red, measures 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. The second mat, which is this blue plaid here, measures 4 5/8 by 6 5/8. And so that's just going to go right here. And I like that you can see the craft cardstock in the background. This is the second piece that I'm using, and that has the same measurements. And I want to create a pocket on the bottom, so I've taken a piece of craft cardstock that measures 6 by 3.5 inches. I've scored it at 1/2 inch on 3 sides to form the pocket. And what I'm going to do is miter the edges. I'm going to cut out this little box here on the bottom. This is going to help reduce some of the bulk when we go to fold this up. Cut that down. And then with these corners here, I'm just going to cut it at an angle, just a little bit, right up to that first score line. See how it angles? Just a little. And so now you'll be able to fold in your pockets just like so, and then glue them onto your base. So let us go ahead and glue down the mats. And this is going to go right here. Okay. For this pocket, what I want to do is go ahead and glue down the mat. Now the mat for this pocket is 4 7/8 by 2 7/8. That's the red border, and the decorative paper measures 4 5/8 by 2 5/8. So let's go ahead and put that on our piece of paper. Now to adhere our pocket, there are a variety of ways that we can do it. We can simply fold the pocket in and glue it onto the top. Or another way that we could do it is to glue the pocket onto the paper, like so, and then glue the entire piece down, just like this, which is a bit neater. So let's do that. In order to do that, let's put glue on the inner side of these flaps. And I'm going to put this right here too. And we want to slide this paper in. To the bottom. Wrap these pieces around. Make sure that they are glued down well. And then we're going to glue this whole piece down onto the paper. And make sure you put extra glue here on these bottom pieces. Okay. And then you're just going to fit this in right in between. You want to make sure the pocket is lined up right here on the bottom. And then you want to burnish that down. See how neat that looks? Now I could have put a little notch here, but I didn't because I want to put a little decorative edge on this, which I'll do later. Now we want to create the accordion piece, which will go on the top flap. To do that, we need to take a piece of 8.5 by 11. We need to cut it at 5 inches and at 5 inches again and glue those two pieces together, because remember the accordion piece is quite long. Actually, it's 20 inches in length altogether. So let me get my cutting board. Again, we're going to cut on the 11-inch side. We're going to cut a piece that's 5 by 8.5. We're going to cut 2 pieces that are 5 by 8.5. You want to put score tape on this. And then put them together just like so. I've joined 3 pieces of paper together. I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet. I cut it down to 5 inches, but I did have to glue on 2 pieces. And our final piece will need to be 20 inches in length. Now we have to score the panels of our accordion fold. So I'm going to go grab my scoreboard.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry...
So the first score that we're going to make is at 3 3/4 inches, 7.5, Now that we have cut and scored our accordion fold, let me show you how it's going to go. We're going to fold this flap inside, and this one goes on top, and this piece will go right here in the center. Now what we need to do is to mat each of these panels. And so to save time, I've already cut some of the pieces. Okay, actually let me position this on the card where it's actually going to go. So let me give you the dimensions of the mats. So the red mat for these 2 pieces and these 2 pieces measure 3.5 by 4 3/4. The second mat, the decorative paper, is 3 1/4 by 4.5. So I've left a 1/4 inch border around each of these. For the centerpiece, the red mat is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and the decorative paper is 4.5 by 4.5. Then I've cut a little piece here which will serve as a pocket. This piece measures 4 3/4 by 2 1/4, and this blue decorative piece is 4.5 by 2 inches. Now keep in mind you have to cut the same exact mat sizes on the opposite side. Right now we're just going to glue on mats for the front pocket, and then I'll show you how to add in all of the other fun goodies. Alright, I'll be right back. So now we have all of our mats glued on. I want to glue on this pocket, and as you can see I've glued it on 3 sides. That's going to go on this center panel right here, and you just want to line it up with the bottom mat. In this case I'm lining it up with the red so everything looks seamless. Now I want to show you some of the little booklets that I've created. These booklets measure 8.5 inches by 3 1/4 inches wide, and you want to score it at the 4 1/4 mark. These will take the cut-aparts that come in the collection, which are usually 3 by 4 inches. I've cut all of these out. There are lots here to choose from. And so I'm just going to take one and attach it to the front here. And we've got these cute little add-ins, and you can add pictures on the inside here or journaling. So I'm going to attach one to this pocket here. Now this could also be used as a little gift card holder. You can just put a little tab here and stick the gift card here, and this can go right inside this pocket, or it can be attached right here. I think I'm going to attach it right here and then include another one here. Okay, this is going to go right here in the center. And then you have another little spot here for photos, and it's cute and adds another interactive element to the card. And I've created another one over here. This one I did have to cut down a little bit because this side is slightly smaller than this side. Okay, and this one can go right here. Right, I like the way that looks. We'll go back and add more goodies in later. We're going to finish this piece. Again, this folds in like so. And what we want to do is add a ribbon around it. Actually, what we need to do is put the mats on the back first. Let me go get the mats for this back side and I'll be right back. I have covered all of the panels on the front and the back. Here we have our little flips. And I'm going to be putting a tag here, but we have a little pocket here. And this folds in like so. And then on the back, this is the area where we glue down to this back panel here. It'll be attached just like so. But on the back, I've covered the panels and I've added 2 vertical pockets here. And then included 2 little booklets. We've got a snowflake here. And we have another cut apart here. Snow days are fun days. Okay. So now we have to attach our ribbon closure. You will need about 26 inches of ribbon, and I'm just using this red and white gingham ribbon, which I think is a really nice complement to this. To adhere the ribbon, what you want to do is turn the folio over, and then you want to measure what the centermost point is, and you want to put score tape on that. So I'm not going to measure it, I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm going to put this here. And you want to make sure that you don't put score tape on the front, just on the back like so. Let me burnish this. You want to peel off your tape. And then what you want to do is find the center of your bow. So just fold it in half, fold the edges in half. And this piece right here is going to be the center. So that's what you want to glue down right smack dab in the middle of your score tape right here. Okay, and then you want to flip it over. Now that we have our ribbon attached, what we want to do is tie it. And you want to try to get the bow as far to the right as possible. So I'm just taking it and trying to make it as flat as possible. You want to hold that center point. And I'm just making a bunny ear bow just because it's easiest for me. You want to pull it, pull the loops, and then just adjust the ribbon. You can fiddle with it later and trim the tails, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Then you want to take one of your sentiments. This is from the 3x4 card. I've cut it down slightly and I've matted it on red paper, I'm going to put it right here. Actually, you know what? Let's see. I may put it on the side like this. Maybe pizzazz it up a little bit more. I think that's what I'll do. So in order to attach this card to the ribbon, I'm going to put some score tape here. Right to the edge. This is where the edge of the card will be. Want to make sure you don't get the score tape over the ribbon because you don't want it sticking to the book. Sometimes it's tricky getting score tape off of fabric. Okay, there we go. If you have any overlap of glue, just make sure you fold it over. And then I'm going to take my little card and I'm going to put it on a diagonal. So let's open this. And there you have it. And let's see, I think I may put another little image there. I think I'm going to put this little snowman here. So I'm going to put another piece of score tape right here. Take this off. I'm going to put glue on the back of this so that the rest of the card above and below the ribbon will glue down. There we go. Got our cute little closure. Now that we have our folio completed, we need to attach it to the inside of our card. And you want to center it in the middle of this top panel. To glue it on, I've attached score tape, and I'm also going to put wet adhesive here. I'm going to take off this tape and then I'll be right back. Okay, I have the score tape backing off. I'm just going to put some of this glitter glue on the back, just to make sure that there's really a strong adhesion. And you want to make sure that you really get the edges of this little folio, because you don't want it to lift. In the first place it'll lift is from the edges. Okay, so I'm going to eyeball this. You want to make sure this is right in the center of your book, and you just want to adhere that down. Actually, I'm going to undo the bow and open it up so that I can use my bone folder to make sure there's a nice strong adhesion in the back. I think that's attached well. And you know what I may do is put some clips down. Let me go get my clips. Let's put our clips on. These clips are great. I get these from the Dollar Tree. They're perfect for crafting. So we're going to give this a minute to dry, and then we're going to work on the front cover. While I was off camera, I finished decorating the front and back cover of the project. I really love the way this turned out. As you can see, I've done a lot of layering here. The base of this card folio was the brown craft cardstock. I layered that with a cranberry red base, and then I layered the designer paper on top of this. In the center, I used a cut apart that I simply cut down to size, and the white and red snowflakes on the top and bottom were a border that I cut in half. I used two different ribbons for this bow spray. I used a cream crochet ribbon and a red and white gingham ribbon. I layered that with a white and red rose and then two little jingle bells. I did that on the top and on the bottom as well, just to anchor this page. I fussy cut out the title that says Winter Memories. And then I've added in these little doilies on the top and the bottom. And last but not least, I added in these little rhinestone snowflakes. The paper collection that I used for this is I Love Winter by Lori Whitlock for Echo Park, and I just cut the little label out and included it right here in the bottom. I thought it was perfect for this little winter scene. On the back, I've added in a pocket and also included this graphic 45 tag. This is a regular Staples tag in craft cardstock. I used one of the 3x4 cut-aparts for the center and added in a bunch of stickers around it and this little sentiment that says "One cold day," and this opens to reveal 2 areas for photos. This concludes my review of the I Love Winter interactive card folio. Hopefully I've inspired you with some fun and creative ideas. If you like this video and tutorial, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please be sure to join us tomorrow for day 11 of our 12 Days of Christmas Craft series. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now, and I wish you all a very happy holiday.